Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blepnir here, and today I wanted to show you guys my battles using AUTOREKT and the HOENN CUP. So these battles are from this morning, and it was just really fun to use AUTOREKT, which is a system where you delete all of your battle parties and the game chooses your team for you. You can switch out a Pokemon if it's not built for a Pokemon of the same type. So for example, if the Pokemon chose me a bug type like a Shedinja, which was not built yet, I could replace it with a Pokemon that was built, like this Armaldo that you're seeing here, the Shadow Armaldo that I built this season. And it was a really, really fun time using AUTOREKT in this cup. If you guys are new to my channel, you might not know that AUTOREKT is one of my favorite formats to play in. I have lots of other AUTOREKT battles that you can see in my channel if you click on my channel down below. And this is just me taking AUTOREKT into the HOENN CUP, the first ever HOENN CUP. Might be the last ever HOENN CUP, who knows? Let's see how this team does. So first off, we have Armaldo into Pelipper. This is an okay matchup just because Armaldo does beat the Pelipper to the Weather Balls. And because Armaldo's attack stat is so high, I'm going to be doing a lot of damage with these cross poisons. And you see there that they shield. And the reason they shield there is because of the fact that I have that I'm a rock type. And so they were thinking that I was going to throw a rock type move. I did not have a rock type move, so lucky for me that they did shield. But here, you see here, I have a huge energy advantage, and this energy advantage is going to take me a lot of places. You see here, I have 2 shields now to their 0 shields, and this is basically game over. I can just throw the grass knot here. So you see, I actually let them take me out. And the reason why is because I have full confidence in my Vigoroth here with 2 shields. I probably will end up using both of these shields on the Vigoroth just because Vigoroth will not be able to take this Hurricane very well. They do bait with the Weather Ball, so they bait. They might go for the Hurricane next. You see here that this is actually my Brick Break Vigoroth. Once again, we are doing AUTOREKT. And in AUTOREKT, who knows what's going to happen. They throw the Hurricane, so that's a huge mistake for me to actually no-shield that Hurricane. But I do throw the Body Slam. The Body Slam does a lot of damage to the Swampert. I get to another Body Slam. And from here, actually, I will be able to Fury Cutter down. So Fury Cutter, it's not the greatest charge move, but the advantage it does have is it does a ton of damage. Especially when the Pokemon using it is very high attack stat. It does a ton of damage. Look at that. Fury Cutter is a 1-turn move. It doesn't do that much damage on its own, but the thing is, the fact it's a 1-turn move and the fact that Armaldo's attack stat is so high means that it basically does like twice the damage that it should. And I think that this battle really showcased like how good the that attack is. How good the Fury Cutter is at just farming down Pokemon that don't have the highest defense stat. Okay, so here we have Regirock into Sableye. We have Medicham and Ludicolo in the back. So this was back when I had Bubble on Ludicolo. I had Bubble on the Ludicolo for Sylph. There was a Sylph Cup where Bubble Ludicolo was kind of promising. So I later switched it to Razor Leaf, you're going to see. But for here, we have Regirock kind of holding its own versus Sableye. Sableye is a very good pick in this meta, but Regirock is also a very good pick. And I do get to this Stone Edge versus the very delicate Zangoose. They're going to have to shield this. They're going to shield, or else it's going to do all of their health. And then I safe swap into the Medicham. And the reason why I do this is because, even if I switch into a Dusclops, I have a lot of energy here. And with a lot of energy, 2 Psychics is going to put them into counter down range. So I might just call this move here. I might call that they throw the Poltergeist. And that's fine if they throw the Poltergeist because I do still have the very powerful Ludicolo in the back with 2 very powerful charge moves in Ice Beam and Leaf Storm. So I just go ahead and call the moves. And you see here they're throwing straight Ice Punch. So I assume that they do have Poltergeist you definitely want to throw the Poltergeist here, because even 2 Ice Punches doesn't put me into near farm down range. I'm going to farm them down. This is not a good look for them, because their Zangoose can throw all of the charge moves they want. I'm definitely going to let this one go, because if they throw the close combat, they're just they're going to lose because of the fact that they're going to debuff their defense. So I will shield up this one, even though I know it's a Night Slash for sure. I will shield it up, because if they did throw the close combat, that would kill me. And luckily they don't boost. If they did boost, I would be a little bit worried here. But as it is so far, I can just safely farm them down here. I can farm them down with these bubbles. I can farm them down with the counter after they take me out here. You're going to see this Night Slash does not quite take me out. So I get another bubble off, and then I can take him out with a counter. I do survive the Shadow Claw quite easily because Medicham is a beast. So next up we have Swampert in the lead. We have a Shadow Sharpedo in the back, and we have a Tropius as a safe swap. So we go into the Tropius, and you're going to see here that they actually throw the Hurricane. What I was thinking, so I get to the Leaf Blade first, and this is very good because I'm going to force a shield. They have to shield here. They're already at 10, 11, 12. They're at 12 wing attacks. What I was thinking here is I was going to actually let this thing go, but they throw the Weather Ball. So that's good, because I was ready to let the Tropius go and maybe farm down with the Shadow Sharpedo. But the fact they're going double Weather Ball here means that they have to swap out, and suddenly I have alignment. I have this against my Swampert, and I have a shield advantage. And what this means is that I probably will be able to double up on moves here and get off both of my moves before they even make it to a charge move. Gardevoir is very attack weighted, but it does not get to its moves quickly. So I will actually let this go, even though I'm worried that it's going to be another Charm in the back. I do let it go. And then I throw my Hydro Cannon to take this thing out. If this is another Charm in the back, I am completely doomed. But I was making a hard call here that they did not have a Charmer in the back. And sure enough, it is a Sableye in the back, which I will easily be able to farm down. I can throw this Poison Fang here. It doesn't matter if they shield it or not, because of the fact that the Poison Fang lowers their defense. And from this point, we can just take them down. It looks like I didn't even need to lower their defense. I could have taken them down in 3 waterfalls regardless. But here we have the triple Mudboy team. We have a Swampert in the lead. We have our shiny Swampert in the lead, unlike the last matchup where we had our regular Swampert. We have the Marshtomp in the back, and then we have a Whiscash in the safe swap. And the opponent comes in with a Defense Deoxys. This is not a good matchup versus the Swampert. The Swampert is going to be able to take care of this Defense Deoxys unless they're willing to throw the Psycho Boost here. Let's see if they throw the Psycho Boost. They do throw the Psycho Boost, so they're debuffed. Now they're debuffed. They will be able to power through this Swampert here if they decide to. I'm going to let the Swampert go. And the reason why I let the Swampert go is because I have 2 Pokemon in the back that are also quite strong against Defense Deoxys. Right? I have the Whiscash here, which is much bulkier than the Swampert, but still is able to win charge move priority versus the Defense Deoxys. It wins the charge move battle here. You see that they actually get off their move, which is unfortunate. Mud Bomb is such a bad move, but they still get off the Psycho Boost, and that Psycho Boost does absolutely no damage. This Psycho Boost is going to do even less damage, and I'm going to get a lot of farm. It's great that they're not swapping out. We have to see, they have a Pelipper in the back. This is a little bit of trouble. I need a Blizzard and another Blizzard to take him out, or a Return to take him out. I'm pretty sure that a Mud Bomb won't take him out. But you see here they actually throw. And the fact that they throw here is giving me pause. It's telling me that I have a lot of play. And the reason why is because at this point, I can actually take them out with a Mud Bomb from a Marshtomp. I do have to shield up this Weather Ball. I might have to shield up another Weather Ball, which will be very painful, but they will be in range. Yeah, I do have to shield up another Weather Ball. I was not sure if they were going to be in range yet. I should have probably thrown one before this Weather Ball because I'm pretty sure that I lose CMP, but instead I overfarm. I overfarm and I throw this Mud Bomb, and this Mud Bomb definitely takes out the Pelipper from here, even though it's double resisted. Marshtomp has a very high attack stat. And then they have a Latias in the back, and so they tried to catch the move there, and the fact that they tried to catch the move definitely spelled their defeat. They have a Charm Latias. So, wow, this is a very spicy team. I have a lot of respect for this team, but this is game over for them. They have a Shadow Charm Latias, and these non-same type ability bonus charms, these non-stab charms, as they say, non-same type ability bonus charms, are not going to do the job. I do get to the next Mud Bomb. Charm was debuffed last season. This season was debuffed, and nowadays, especially non-same type ability bonus, it just does not do the job. And so here we have Defense Deoxys into... we actually simultaneously swapped. That is very surprising. This is a great swap here because I survive one Weather Ball with enough health that they actually can't farm me down with a resisted wing attacks. You see, even though my Registeel has a very bad stat product, it's one of the worst possible stat product Registeels you can get at level 15. It actually... It has some bulk to it. Registeel does have a surprising amount of bulk. And I simultaneously swapped with them to the Regirock because of the fact that I remembered that Defense Deoxys had Rock Slide because of my recent Factions matchup. And Defense Deoxys with Rock Slide does not have a good matchup versus Registeel. So it kind of turned out pretty well that we had this very positive matchup in the secondary battle. I do take out the Pelipper. They probably come back in with the third Pokemon, Sableye. I think it's going to be probably Sableye. Yeah, sure enough, it is Sableye. And I come into the Crawdon here. The reason why I come into Crawdon is because they're going to have to they're going to have to throw a return to take me out. Maybe they're not familiar with my typing. So you're going to see here they actually throw a Foul Play instead of a return. And that is what spells out my victory because the Foul Play just does not do enough resisted damage. I get off this Crab Hammer. Crab Hammer does a lot more than Night Slash. And if I'm going to get off one move, I want it to be the Crab Hammer that has a chance to debuff their attack. And they're going to throw this move right before I make it to the Night Slash. They're going to throw the Focus Blast. This is game over because I can just farm them down with the Defense Deoxys. You're going to see that this Zap Cannon does like 60% of my health, 55% of my health. They can't take me out with two Zap Cannons, but the strength of the Psycho Boost, yeah, they know what's going to happen. It looks like I could have just captured them down there, and that is a good game. So next up we have Latios, Shadow Latios, my newly built Shadow Latios, into Medicham. And then they immediately switch into Registeel. And what this is telling me is that they do not have Ice Punch on their Medicham. If they had Ice Punch on Medicham, they probably would have at least thrown the Ice Punch first. So that's probably a mistake on their part. They should have at least faked having the Ice Punch just to get a shield. Instead, they go immediately into the Registeel. I go into my Vigoroth. They call the Bulldoze, so that's huge. They do have a shield advantage, but they called the Bulldoze, and they get taken out. I have an energy advantage here. I'm going to be able to rain down these Body Slams. I think that they're going to try to counter me down. They're going to counter me all the way down, but take two Body Slams in the process. And at this point, I should be able to take him out with Dragon Breaths, assuming that they don't have Ice Punch. If they have Ice Punch, that's going to do almost all of my health. Shadow Latios is incredibly delicate. Let's see how much this does here. It is indeed the Psychic, as we thought. It does so much damage. Holy moly. And then I do switch into the Cradily versus the Walrein. And so from here, after all this Bullet Seed damage, this Walrein should be basically, I should be able to farm them down in one Bullet Seed after this. and they know that they shield that up. I don't have to worry here because Icicle Spear is not that hard hitting of a move. And then after this, I can actually get to the Stone Edge. Even though a Grass Knot would be enough to take him out here, I do go for the Stone Edge. The reason why I go for the Stone Edge is because of the fact that Stone Edge deals more damage, so I guarantee I get the knockout. The Medicham, I would not have gotten to a Grass Knot versus the Medicham anyway, so there's no point in throwing the Grass Knot there. I should just go for the Stone Edge. And then I get to the Dragon Claw versus the Medicham. Look how much that Dragon Claw does. The very weak move Dragon Claw took out that Medicham from 35% health. That's a lot of damage. Latios just showing its strength there, just doing a lot of damage with not a lot of of charge necessary to do that damage. So here we have Vigoroth into Swampert. This is a good matchup just because Vigoroth does so much damage with these counters, and Swampert just is not able to do it with those the Hydro Cannons don't do quite enough to threaten the Vigoroth. You see here that I actually switch into the Walrein. The reason why is because I wanted to draw out something with a fighting move. And you see here, I actually draw the Registeel. And this is not terrible because I beat the Registeel to the charge move. You see there that I could have actually baited. I could have baited, and if I did bait, if I threw the Icicle Spear first, I would have gotten to the Earthquake second, which is good to know in the future. But regardless, I do get to the Icicle Spear here against the Registeel, which is really nice. They do throw the Focus Blast here. This is fine. I can shield up this Focus Blast. They throw the Zap Cannon. That is very cheeky. They throw the Zap Cannon. I could have no-shielded that. But it's fine because I still get to this Bulldoze. Luckily, they did not debuff my attack. I throw the Bulldoze. It takes them out. And then they come in with a Swampert. I can no-shield this. This is not a problem. I do choose to shield this. The Hydro Cannon would not put me into farm down range, but they have a Gardevoir in the back, and this should be game over. This is game over because my Vigoroth is so close to a move. They have to shield this, and the Body Slam will do more than enough damage to take out this very delicate Shadow Gardevoir. They do not make it to a move here. Shadow Gardevoir, its main weakness is that it gets to its moves very slowly. So I'm easily able to take it out with the Body Slam here. I'm easily able to farm down this Swampert here, and that is a good game. Vigoroth just showing how powerful it is with the fast move pressure there in the very end. So we have a pretty neutral matchup. We have Medicham into Defense Deoxys. You see here that this is my Power Up Punch Medicham. I don't have Ice Punch. It doesn't really make that much of a difference because Psychic does more damage resisted than Ice Punch does non-resisted. There isn't that much of a difference in the matchup between Ice Punch Medicham and Psychic Medicham here. They do throw the Thunderbolt. I go into my Registeel, and then they come in with Sableye. So this is actually pretty good because they allowed me to get so much charge against their Defense Deoxys that I think that I will actually get to double Zap Cannon here. This is my new and improved super bulky Registeel. So I think that I actually can take them out with a Focus Blast if I want to. I think that I can. I think I can get to the Focus Blast. I'm not entirely sure here. Let's see if I can. No, they take me out. I'm not at quite enough health there, unfortunately. But I'm not in a bad spot because I can farm them down with a Ludicolo. And look at that. My Ludicolo takes them out with 3 Razor Leaves. It gets a good amount of farm here. They're worried. They're very worried. We both have 2. Look at this. This is fantastic. They have a Gardevoir in the back. And once again, the Razor Leaf for here, the Razor Leaf for Ludicolo is really showing its strength. It's just able to farm down that entire Gardevoir. The Defense Deoxys has to shield here, regardless if it's a Leaf Storm or an Ice Beam. And at this point, it's pretty much game over because I will be able to make it to this Psychic here. And that will be their last shield. I will make it to the Psychic. And then I'm going to make it to another Psychic, and that's going to take them out. I'm hitting them for more damage with these counters. They actually get the defense wall. That is painful for them. The defense wall lost them that match. I just want to end it there. But regardless, they would have lost that match because I would have just counted them down. My counters do more damage than their counters proportionally because I have the same type ability bonus, the STAB, the stab bonus, because I am a fighting type. They are not a fighting type, so they're not doing quite as much damage with their counters. I hope that you guys enjoyed these matches. I know that I did. I hope to see you guys next time on my channel. We always have a lot of fun during my morning battles. Links, as always, down below. And I'll see you guys next time.